This is the perfect weapon for a stealth mission. It's the story of David and Goliath brought right up to date. No bigger than a beer can, it's compact and deadly. Once unleashed, it can disable tanks, vehicles, even an entire warship. Ideal for special operations.
I'd like you to meet the Krakatoa. What this basically does, it becomes a giant copper bullet that slices through metal like a hot knife through butter. It's all business.
The pint-sized Krakatoa can be detonated on land or underwater. It uses the same technology found in many big anti-armor weapons, but in a portable package. It's named after a deadly volcano, and I suspect it delivers a big bang. To check it out, I flew over to Somerset in England.
Okay, essentially what we have here is a stripped-down Krakatoa. Some plastic, a little bit of copper. Looks like a plumber's kit. But wait till you see what the Krakatoa does.
The Krakatoa is the latest invention from Alford Technologies. The genius behind this device is Dr. Sidney Alford, a world expert on explosive charges. The Krakatoa uses plastic explosive packed behind a metal cone to form a shaped charge. When it's detonated, the cone turns into a lethal jet of hot metal that penetrates through heavy armored steel plate. And get this, the Krakatoa is made from plastic, making it light and easy to transport. And that's essential for a stealth operation.
These plastic modules are relatively shockproof. You can jump with them, you can move with them.
Oh, certainly.
It's easy to carry, but does it work? Our target is a 1-inch thick steel plate. It's typically the same thickness as the hull of a warship. But can this small device actually penetrate steel from 25 yards away?
Behind this copper plate is about 2 pounds of plastic explosive. When it's fired off, this will basically become a projectile, a slug, like a gun that will penetrate through armor.
Firing! 4, 3, 2, 1.
Look at that. This little device has had a dramatic effect on the steel plate. If that was a tank, it could do all sorts of damage to the inside.
Look at that.
Effective shot. Not a very pretty one.
It's a great shot. Look at that.
Clearly.
That's probably about
serious
80
damage
pounds
to
worth
the-
of steel right there. Look at that. Look at that beautiful hole. This is an inch of steel plate. That little copper that was about this thin became a slug, hot slug of copper, boom, right through there. But this is exactly what the Krakatoa does. It smashes steel.
Krakatoa may be a blast on land, though it doesn't just smash holes in vehicles. Its smart new design means it can work underwater as well. At sea, the Krakatoa can perform 2 roles. First, it can take out deadly mines, and mines have become an even bigger threat for the Navy. During the first Gulf War, 2 warships, the USS Princeton and the USS Tripoli, were both struck by enemy mines planted in the Persian Gulf. As a defensive weapon, divers can plant the Krakatoa to take out mines. As an offensive stealth weapon, the device can be used to attack a warship unseen. A lone frogman carrying a bag of Krakatoas can disable an entire destroyer or cruiser without ever being detected. I'm about to find out how by visiting one of the smallest navies in Europe. This test is taking place in Cork, Ireland. Lieutenant Clodagh McConnell is an explosives ordnance disposal expert.
The Krakatoa can be used very effectively underwater. Underwater it's been used penetrating 1-inch steel up to 50 meters, and it's proved to be very effective.
At this training pool, Navy divers practice placing Krakatoa underwater, attaching it with a magnet to a sheet of steel representing the hull of a warship.
The Krakatoa is very simple to use. When the diver applies it to the device, they just go up and place it. And basically, I think it's very simple. One device, place, explode, and that's it.
Sidney Alford invented the Krakatoa, but it was his son Roland who helped ensure that the device worked as well underwater as it does on land.
The biggest mechanical challenge was designing a seal that would work reliably. So what we had to do was to streamline it, make it as small as possible, but still efficient. Come up with that, and then actually play around with different types of seals and make sure that you can actually screw it down without special tools and keep all the water out.
Now I'm about to see just how devastating the Krakatoa can be. Below the waterline, unseen, undetected, one man now has the capability of delivering a very bad day to any warship.
We've dropped a steel plate into the ocean to represent the hull of a ship. Lieutenant McConnell has loaded the weapon and gives it to the divers to attach to the target. Once it's placed, they need to get out of there, and fast.
Really, you don't want to be in the water anywhere near this, within even half a mile of this, because if an explosion went off, it's just going to start collapsing all the hollow areas of your body. Your eardrums are going to burst. That's the first thing. Lung damage. You know, sort of, it's going to be a real mess.
That's the safety fuse lit. Watch out, because Krakatoa is about to blow. And there it goes. Because of the tamping effect of the water, the bang isn't as loud as it would have been on land. But it looks like it's worked. It's created such destruction, there's a problem recovering the steel target. And that's exactly what a frogman wants. A ship to sink right to the bottom.
They've got zero visibility down here, so we're never going to find that piece of steel. But if they did, or if a trawler ever pulls it up, they're going to find a nice big hole in that piece of steel.
It's a perfect stealth weapon.
Like the volcano it's named after, the Krakatoa delivers a big bang, whether it's in the water or above the ground.